Hello, beautiful people. My name is Tatum, and I will be leading you through an hour flow today. A couple things, just get your space situated. If you're at home, you can have some books to use as props or a pillow or a blanket just to make yourself super comfortable in the following poses we'll be doing. So let's get started in a Supta Baddha Konasana, lying down on your back. Couple options for the legs, soles of the feet together, knees can splay open. If that doesn't feel good for you, just extend the legs out long. Getting comfortable on your back. Let's place the left hand over the heart, the right hand on the low belly. Settling into your space, settling into your breath. Let's drop into this space on our mats with a big sigh out of the mouth. Inhale through the nose, fill up, down into the low belly. Open the mouth, audibly release your breath. We'll take 2 more big, deep breaths just like that. Inhale through the nose, breathe deep into your low belly, fill up as much as you can. Open the mouth, audibly release. 1 more inhale, fill up as much as you can. Hold your breath at the top. Open the mouth, let it go. Finding a natural rhythm with your breath. Breathing in and out through the nose. Maybe you tap into your Ujjayi pranayama, breathing in and out through the nose with a slight constriction of the back of the throat, so your breath sounds like the ocean waves. It is loud and audible. Stay present, keep breathing. Cycling the breath in and out through the nose. Visualize your breath acting as wind and it cleansing and clearing any negative or stagnant energy that is stuck in the body. Imagining with each breath you take, your breath is acting as wind and it is blowing away any negative, stuck, stagnant energy in your body that doesn't serve your highest self. Imagining the breath blowing away anything you don't want in your energetic field. Taking a moment to set your unique intention for this practice. The first thing that comes to your mind, the first thing that you feel you want to call into your energetic field, something you want to get rid of, set your intention now, get clear. We'll send all of our beautiful, unique intentions out into the universe with 1 more big sigh out of the mouth. Inhale through the nose, fill up all the way. Hold. Open the mouth, let it go. Bringing the knees into your chest, move nice and slowly, take your time. Giving yourself a hug. Rocking the hips side to side, massaging the spine, massaging that tailbone, your sacred sacrum. Just a few more breaths. Good. Grabbing the backs of the thighs, the backs of the knees, rock and roll up and down the spine. Once, twice, or 3 times. All the way up to a seated position. Easy seat Sukhasana. Sitting up nice and tall in the spine. Shoulders relaxed down your back. And start to circle out your neck nice and slow. Shifting left ear to your left shoulder, right ear to the right shoulder, and chin to chest, rocking the head side to side. Moving slow. You shouldn't feel any pain when you're circling out your neck, so don't push yourself too far. And one more circle. Finding a straight, tall spine. Take a big inhale, open the arms up nice and wide, expanding the heart towards the heavens. Exhale, round, giving yourself a hug. Inhale, expand the heart. Exhale, round. Inhale, expand. Exhale, round. Moving on your own with your breath. Since we're practicing in our homes, we can be as loud as we want, get as weird as we want, so move freely, be loud. About 10 more full breaths here. Five more. 2, and 1. Inhale, circling the arms up through your aura, your energetic field. Exhale the hands through your third eye to your heart center. 2 more just like that. Inhale, spiraling up through your aura. Exhale the hands to your heart center. Last one. Inhale, spiral up. Exhale, bring it down through center. Pausing here with your hands at your heart. Thumbs pressing into the sternum, fingers out like rays of sunshine. Coming back to your intention for class. Release your palms down, flutter the eyes open, and rock over the knees. We'll meet in a tabletop. So all fours, wrist stacked under the shoulders, knees stacked under your hips. Spread the fingers nice and wide, pressing nice and strong through all 4 corners of both hands. Moving through cat-cows. Inhale, drop your belly, lift the tailbone, gaze up. Exhale, round, tuck the chin and the tailbone. Maybe you gaze to your belly button. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze up. Exhale, tuck and round. Moving freely with your own breath at your own pace, slow or fast. Welcoming in any organic primal movement, shifting the hips side to side, making some C curves. Maybe making big circles with the hips, moving back and forth through a child's pose. Ten breaths, fluidly moving the spine in however way you're feeling called to. Maybe getting the head involved. 3 more breaths. Finding stillness in a tabletop. Let's take a couple wrist warm-ups before we get off our knees. Turn the fingertips out, facing the outer edges of your mat or the room, and bend into your elbows slightly, and just do a little shimmy side to side. The wrist can be sensitive, so be gentle and be aware of what sensations are arising. Turn the fingertips back facing you. With any of these, you can always do one hand at a time if it feels too intense. Again, micro bend into your elbows and just breathe into the wrists. Maybe shifting the booty back just a little bit if it feels good. Release, and now flip onto the tops of your hands, fingertips still facing towards you. And breathe into the wrists. Good, and release. Back to tabletop. Tucking your toes, float the knees just an inch or two from the earth, floating tabletop. Pressing into the hands, round into your upper back and draw the belly up and in, connect to the core. Breathe here, 2 breaths. One more inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send the hips and the chest back. Keep your organic movement flowing here. Pedal it out right to left. Maybe you bounce the chest, shaking the head yes to all the things you want. Shake the head no to all the things you don't want. And finding stillness in your downward facing dog. Your head is heavy like a bowling ball to traction the spine. You can always bend into the knees if you're really tight in the backs of the legs. Inhale, shift all the weight forward to a plank position. Keep that round in the back and the belly in. Hold here for a breath. Good, and on your exhale, slowly lower all the way down to the belly. You can drop the knees down. Untuck the toes, wiggle the feet out wide, and prop yourself up onto your fingertips. We're doing 5 baby cobra lifts. Inhale, lead with the heart and rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the chin, rise. Exhale, release. 3 more just like that. You can rise as high or low as you want to. Just getting into our upper back. 2 more. Last one, slithering up and release down. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, walk the hands all the way back to meet your feet. Your feet are as wide as the mat if they're not already. Bend deeply into the knees so your belly can rest on the thighs, and grab the elbows, sway side to side. If you bend into the knees, you give yourself more space to lengthen through the low back. Good, release the hands. Inhale, half lift. Maybe bring your hands to shins, straighten and lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees, grab the ankles. Inhale, halfway lift. Heel toe your feet in to touching or hip width distance. Exhale, forward fold. One more, inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, fold. Walk it out to your downward facing dog. Checking in with the breath. Take an inhale, gaze up at your hands. On your exhale, tippy toes slowly up to the front of your mat, keeping the booty nice and high. Inhale, half lift as you arrive. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach it up, rise to standing palms overhead. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center by your side, Samastitihi. We'll take it through 3 traditional sun salutations, honoring the sun, honoring that masculine within. Inhale, reach up, gaze up, maybe opening your heart ever so gently. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold, bend the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to your plank position. This is called a vinyasa. You can stay in plank or drop the knees. Hover, elbows in. Inhale, straighten into the arms. Let the hips rest for cobra or lift the thighs. Activate for upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, sending the hips up and back. Here we hold 5 breaths in and out through the nose, staying in stillness. Two more full breaths to yourself. Two more rounds, sun salutation. Gaze up at your hands. Your exhale, step or hop it up front of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, reach it up, rise to standing. Exhale, bringing your hands through heart center by your side, Samastitihi. Inhale, reach up, gaze up, opening your heart towards the sky. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping back to your plank. Drop the knees if you need to. Hug the elbows in. Hover halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, straight into the arms. Cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Holding here, 5 breaths. Last round, yogis, gaze up at the hands. Inhale, exhale, step or hop it up front of your mat. Inhale, half lift, maybe bring your hands to the shins. Exhale, fold, bend the knees. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, hands through heart center by your side. Inhale, reach it up, gaze up, opening the heart. Exhale, fold, dive down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga, Ardha Vinyasa. Step back to your plank. Drop the knees if you know you need it. Hover, elbows in. Inhale, straight into the arms, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Let's walk the hands all the way back to meet the feet. Measure out 2 fists in between the feet. Should be hip width distance. Parangushtasana. Peace fingers hook your big toes. Bend into the knees. Let the belly rest on the thighs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release and round. Let the head fall. Just about 4 more full breaths here. Release the toes. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, walk it back out to your downward facing dog. Child's pose is always an option if you need to catch your breath. Start to build our moon flow, honoring the moon, honoring the feminine within, lifting that right leg high, bend the knees, stack the hips, open it up. Take some big sweeping circles with that right knee if it feels good, or just hold it open, listening to the body, taking what you need. If you're circling, take it both directions. Good. Inhale, straighten the legs, square the hips, flex the toes. Exhale, step it all the way through, runner's lunge. Organic movement, shifting in and out of your front leg, forwards and backwards, side to side, whatever feels good for you. Hands straddle the foot, let the hips dip down towards the earth. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, launch up to the front of the mat, forward fold, bend the knees. Wiggle your big toes together and the heels slightly apart. Inhale, sit the booty low, Utkatasana, fierce pose. Shifting the weight back into the heels so you can float your toes. Sink the booty 1 inch lower. Inhale. And exhale, forward fold, dive it down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, we'll step that left foot to the back of the mat, drop the knee to the earth, reach up, rise, crescent B. Activating the inner thighs, hugging them in, activate the glutes. And breathe, 1 more full breath. On your exhale, plant the hands, Wiggle the front toes forward and strain into the front leg. Little half split, just letting the blood flow return. Doesn't matter what it looks like as long as it feels good. Lifting the chest, swing that front leg around to meet your left knee. Your shins are parallel to the earth. Reach up, rise, camel pose. Beautiful. Exhale, surrender down, child's pose. Connecting your third eye to the mat. Just taking a moment here to check in with the breath, checking in with the body. Your next inhale, glide, slither forward like the serpent you are into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take a big sigh out the mouth. Inhale, fill up. Let it go. Taking that sequence on our left side. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Bend the knees, stack the hips, open it up. If it feels good, take some big circles. Or just hold that left leg open. Inhale, straighten the legs, square the hips, and spread the toes. Exhale, step it all the way through runner's lunge. Organic free movement, shifting in and out, forwards and back. In and out of that front leg. Hands straddle your front foot, let the hips dip down. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, step to the front of the mat, forward fold. Wiggle the big toes together, the heels about an inch or two apart. Inhale, sink the booty low, fierce pose. Keep holding, 2 more breaths, sink it 1 inch lower. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, send your right foot to the back of the mat. Drop the knee down to the earth. Inhale, reach it up, rise, crescent B. Once again, activating your inner thighs, activate the glutes, 2 breaths. And on your next exhale, plant the hands, wiggle the front foot forward, and straighten into the front leg, half split, letting the blood flow return. Lifting the chest, swing the front leg around to meet your right, shins are parallel. Inhale, reach it up, rise, gentle camel. If you're feeling called to take a deeper variation, you can bring the hands to the hips, or maybe your hands to your ankles. 1 more full breath. And surrender into child's pose. Once again, connecting your third eye to the mat. Check in with the breath and the body. On your next inhale, glide, slither forward into your upward facing dog or cobra with the hips resting. Exhale, send it back, downward facing dog. Good, yogis. Walk the hands all the way back to meet your feet. Measure out 2 fists in between. This time we'll go Padahastasana, bearing the palms underneath the feet so your toes meet the wrists. Bend deeply into your knees. Rest the belly. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Release your head. Let it traction the spine. 3 breaths. And release the hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, walk it out to a plank. Holding here, get nice and strong. And from here, tippy toe up to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift as you arrive. Exhale, forward fold. Wiggle the big toes together, heels slightly apart. Inhale, sink the booty low, fierce pose. On your exhale, sweep the arms, hover the chest low. Inhale, reach it forward. If you want an extra challenge here, rise up on your toes. And we'll all start to sink as slow as we can all the way down to the booty into Navasana boat pose. Your shins parallel with the earth, palms facing up. Lift the heart. And just hold here for about 3 breaths. If you want an extra challenge, try to straighten your legs. Take an inhale. Exhale, hover into low boat, keeping the chest and the feet lifted. Hold, keep breathing, and start to paddle the feet. Pump the arms. Keep it going for 3, 2, and 1. Release, lay it down. Bringing the knees into the chest. Grab the backs of your thighs and rock and roll up and down the spine. Once or twice, up to a yogi squat. Feet come out wide, toes face out, heels turn in. Hands to your heart center, elbows pressing into the knees. Taking a little ninja sway side to side. Stay here, close the eyes. We're going to take a really big, loud sigh out the mouth. Inhale, fill up. Let it go. We'll come out of it with an optional crow pose, Bakasana arm balance, or a flying frog. The knees outside of your elbows, squeeze everything together, shifting your weight forward, float 1 foot at a time. Just play around with it, and then clear it out with a vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog. Moving into our last holding sequence. Inhale, lifting your right leg high. Exhale, step it through runner's lunge. On your back toes, option to micro bend into your back knee. Reach it up, rise, crescent A. Holding here for 3 breaths, option to gaze up. Maybe you press your palms. Take an inhale. Exhale, open it up, warrior 2. Dropping that back heel flat, 45 degrees, bending deep into your front leg. Relax the shoulders, give them a wiggle down. Flip your palms. Inhale, reverse, reaching up and back. Exhale, side angle, hinge it forward. Plant the elbow on the knee or the hand inside the foot, reaching your left arm high. Opening the chest. Option to gaze down or gaze up. Beautiful, rise up through center, turning your toes out, heels in, prepping for goddess pose. Exhale, sink it down low. Hands to heart center, taking a little sway side to side, maybe taking a pulse. Hold 2 more breaths, sink 1 inch lower. And rise, turn your toes in, heels out. Exhale, wide leg, forward fold, dive it down. If it feels good, taking a ninja sway side to side. Or just holding the fold, a couple more breaths. If you've got a headstand in your practice, go upside down, get playful with a wall maybe. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, swivel to the front of the mat into a runner's lunge on your right leg. Making our way into lizard pose. I want you to open up your right foot so you have space to let the hips open. Hands plant inside your right foot. You can keep that back knee lifted or let it connect to the earth. And this is lizard. Hold here and breathe. If you're wanting more, you have the option to come onto your forearms and drop the head down. Breathing into this hip opener, 3 breaths. Crooked monkey. Press your right knee open, rolling onto the outside edge of your front foot. Make sure you're flexing the toes super strong. Holding here. And release. Half split. Wiggle your front foot back into center, letting the blood flow return. Maybe you circle out to your ankle. If you have a full split, you can take a full split. Make your way out of it. Take it through an optional vinyasa. You can roll out of it. Just meet me right back in downward facing dog, however you want to get there. Taking that on our left side. Inhale, lifting your left leg high. Exhale, step it through runner's lunge. On your back toes, option to micro bend into your back knee. Reach up, rise, crescent A. Everything hugging into your midline, holding for 3 breaths. Maybe you gaze for 5 breaths. Good. Crooked monkey. Flex your front toes super strong and press the knee open, rolling onto the outside edge of your left foot. And breathe. 3 more breaths. Making your way into half or full split. Wiggling the toes back into center, Hanumanasana, straightening into the front leg, holding no judgment for yourself. Couple more breaths. And release. Make your way out of it. Clear it out with an optional vinyasa. We'll meet in our last downward facing dog of class. Take an inhale, gazing up at your hands. Exhale, maybe you challenge yourself by hopping up to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, drop onto the booty. And we'll open up for a seated wide leg forward fold. Legs come out nice and wide. You can flex or point your toes. We'll take some yummy side body stretches first. So your right hand can plant by your shin area, reaching your left arm overhead. If you're feeling really open, you can come onto your forearm and then reach that left arm overhead. Breathe into your left side body, 3 breaths, gaze up or down, whatever feels best on your neck. Beautiful. Rise with your inhale. And exhale, switch sides. Plant the left hand by the shin, or if you're feeling nice and open, come onto your forearm, reaching that right arm overhead. Gazing up or down, 3 breaths into your right side body. Good. Rise with your inhale. Exhale, slowly walk it out into your forward fold. Once again, it does not matter how far you can go or how it looks. It's all about the journey and how it feels for you right now. So if you have a little pillow or a blanket, you can rest your chest and your belly on the pillow or the blanket, getting comfortable here. Three breaths, breathing into your hips. As you're ready, slowly make your way up. Both legs to the front of the mat or the front of the room, whatever the front is for you. Straight leg forward fold, flex your toes, scoot the booty out of the way, reach up, inhale. And exhale, forward fold, surrender, bend into the knees and allow the back to round, release the head. Last breath. One vertebrae at a time, roll up back to your seat, and make your way lying down on your backs. We'll take a bridge pose, planting the feet by the booty, arms by your side, nestle shoulders underneath the back, and on your inhale, lift the hips to the sky. Inner thighs hugging inward. Option to make a bind with your hands, or maybe you reach for your ankles. If you have a full back bend in your practice, feel free to take that. And release, lower down. Hug the knees into the chest, give yourself a squeeze. Rocking side to side, once again massaging your tailbone, your spine. And go ahead and plant the feet again. Reclined pigeon pose, crossing the right ankle over the knee, flex the toes, let that right knee just fall open. You can stay here. You have the option to go deeper by grabbing or interlacing your fingers behind the left thigh and pulling the knees towards your chest. Be gentle with yourself. Listen to what you need. We'll spend about 10 breaths in this hip opener. Did lots of hip openers today, so you should feel nice and grounded after this. Last 5 breaths. Good, yogis, release. Making our way into a gentle supine twist. You can keep the ankle crossed and let the knees fall to the left. Opening the arms, gazing right. If that doesn't feel good with the ankle crossed, just stack the knees and then let them fall to the left. Breathe here. Allowing the breath to take you deeper instead of physical force. Take 3 more breaths. Slowly unwind, hugging the knees into the chest. Bring the hips back into center, clear that side out. And now we'll plant our right foot, cross the left ankle over the knee, flex the toes to protect your knee. Stay here or interlace your hands behind the left or the right thigh rather, pulling the knees into the chest. And breathe 5 breaths. Good, release. Supine twist. You can keep the ankle crossed or release it. Drop the knees over to your right. Open the arms. Option to gaze to the left if it feels good on your neck. 10 breaths. Breathing deep into the low belly. Last 3 breaths. Beautiful. Slowly unwind yourself. Hug the knees into your chest, giving yourself one last big squeeze. Maybe giving your knees a kiss, saying, thank you, body. I love you, body, for all the work that it does. And as you're ready, releasing into Shavasana. Completely relax on your back. Getting comfortable. If you want to get a pillow or get a blanket, please do so. Make yourself comfortable. Allow the feet to flop open and your palms to face up. Imagining the crown of your head opening up as a portal and a wave of white light, relaxing energy floods the body, relaxing each and every single muscle. The eyebrows melt apart, your jaw relaxes, the shoulders and hips get heavy. Letting go of control of your breath, let your natural rhythm come through. And let go of control of the thoughts. Allow whatever needs to come up to just come up. Shavasana. Yogis, I invite you to stay in your Shavasana, however long you need to stay, the meditative state in silence. Thank you all for joining me. Have a blessed day. Namaste.